Hey everybody, this is Jason. For my case presentation, I will be presenting on premium and luxury brands. So let's go over quickly the differences between luxury brands and premium brands. A luxury brand focuses on uniqueness and perceived quality, while premium brands focus on quality, reliability, and affordability. Luxury brands are increasingly concerned with style and substance, and the consumers want to be feeling that they have something special. They want something that has character and substance. Luxury brands have pivoted to highlighting their uniqueness and perceived quality in their advertising, and they are increasingly concerned with style, substance, and combining personal pleasure and self-expression. Whereas consumers of premium brands are looking for satisfaction and competitive pricing. So let's look at a couple of examples of luxury brands and premium brands. So in the automobile industry, we're looking at Porsche and Hyundai. Porsche obviously is a reputable brand known for their quality cars, high-end, sophisticated, whereas Hyundai is more concerned with the quality and reliability of their product and being more cost-effective. In addition, in the fashion industry, we're looking at Louis Vuitton and Levi's. So there we can see that the Louis Vuitton ad has used imagery and their visuals to emphasize that their product is a high quality product and it's valuable and sophisticated. Next, let's look at a Levi's ad and see some of the differences. So there we can see that Levi's displayed that their jeans have been a staple in American culture for many years and have been used by different types of customers. They show that their jeans are durable and long lasting, and they are a quality product. So next, let's go over the article summary for the case. The case I chose is called The Role of Perceived Value in Vertical Brand Extensions of Luxury and Premium Brands. The team sought to investigate downscale vertical line extensions, brand attitude, and perceived fit to determine the role they play and how consumers perceive the value of downscale vertical extensions and how this affects buying behavior. So in other words, they wanted to see that if a luxury or premium brand debuted a new product that was more cost effective, how would consumers react to it? Would a consumer still view a cheap Porsche as high quality, or would they instead tarnish their sophisticated image? For the sake of the study, the researchers focused on cars and fashion. And they asked consumers about brands such as Alfa Romeo, BMW, Land Rover, to Abercrombie and Fitch, Levi's, and Louis Vuitton. So let's go over what a vertical line extension means. Vertical line extension is when a brand extends a new product within the same category of an existing product, but at a higher or lower price, upscale versus downscale. Consumers may associate a downscale line extension at a lower price with lower quality, thus negatively impacting the brand and their purchase intentions. On the other hand, a lower price line extension can make the brand more accessible to a larger consumer segment. An example of upscale vertical extension is Tide and their Tide Pod product. At the bottom, you can see their standard Tide Pod product. But as you move up the line, you're able to see that new features and benefits are added, leading to a more expensive item at the top. In this example, they co-branded with Downy to create a new version of Tide Pods. An example of a downscale vertical extension, which is what we're going to be focusing on here, is Apple and their newest iPhone line. At the top, you have the iPhone 14 Pro Max, then the iPhone 14 Pro, and finally the iPhone 14 Plus. They're all under the same product umbrella, but the product is more cost-effective as you go further down the line. This opens the product up to consumers who want the product, but may not be able to spend top dollar for the highest version of the iPhone. Some of the key challenges here. The greatest challenge was figuring out how to best approach the subject and utilize existing information. The researchers in the case mentioned that no earlier study had undertaken such a comprehensive analysis such as their own. Additionally, they believe that there were many more avenues to explore and that there are a number of product categories, such as brands and different pricing, where similar research can be conducted. Due to the scale of their research, they suggested that future research accounts for price evaluations and its effects on consumers, in addition to researching individuals from different income brackets. Their objective and strategy was to test the relationships between perceived extension value, purchase intention, and their determinants. What the researchers did was they surveyed 50 different graduate students and asked them how to rate their familiarity and perceived prestige of 20 premium luxury automobile and fashion brands, some of which we already talked about. The students were asked about their familiarity with a product category, such as fashion shoes, fashion bags, or cars. And they were also asked for their familiarity on a parent brand and their attitude towards that brand. So further, individuals were read a statement about these different brands. Then the students were immediately asked to indicate their perceived fit and their own assessment of the product. Some of the results were that the perceived value of downscale vertical extensions for premium and luxury brands were positively related to the attitude towards the brand themselves and to the attitude towards the extension. The results also confirmed previous theoretical discussions from other cases and other researchers that core brand associations are independent of context and therefore always transfer to the extension and improve its evaluation. So in other words, if someone who was familiar with Porsche and viewed them as a prestigious and respectable brand, the individual will then see a downscaled Porsche in a favorable light. However, on the other hand, it should be noted that characteristics of the product category have a significant effect on how perceptions of vertical extensions are formed, no matter the luxury or premium brand. This is evident in product categories where product ranges are narrow in scope and extensions are conspicuous to evaluation by peers. For example, a quote unquote cheaper model of a car and extensions are victim to public perception. A quote unquote lower model is more noticeable to peers. The researchers also go on to say that what seems to be important for the acceptance and evaluation of downscale extensions of luxury and premium fashion brands are consumers' overall brand perceptions of favorability, liking, and appeal. So for product categories like fashion, where the range of products that are offered are wider and more varied in terms of pricing and extensions, these products are more acceptable than the equivalent downscale extensions of brands with narrow ranges, such as car brands. So quickly, here are some concepts from the textbook. Brand extensions allow companies to grow their product lines and market to new consumers. A line extension is when a parent brand covers a new product with a product category that already serves. Branding and its image are often key competitive advantages for luxury brands that create an enormous value and wealth. So some questions I had were, how are premium and luxury brands perceived by customers? Next, I was asking, are premium and luxury brands who create products in the same product category real competitors, or do they target totally different consumer segments? Finally, I was wondering, does a downward vertical extension of a premium or luxury brand diminish their image? And so essentially for that last question, no, it doesn't, as we've learned. If a brand's image is strong enough, such as a Porsche or Louis Vuitton, consumers will still associate the value of owning one of those products, even though it's quote unquote downstream and not at the top of the line. There are exceptions to this rule, obviously, as mentioned previously, but by and large, it seems that if a consumer respects a premium or luxury brand and its reputation and imaging, they will be willing to purchase a product that is down the vertical extension. So some key takeaways here as we finish off. As we've seen, premium and luxury brands market themselves differently. Additionally, vertical extension can be beneficial for brands. This exposes them to new customers, and it can also allow for premium luxury brands to secure new revenue streams during an economic downturn or recession. So as long as the vertical extension makes sense for the firm and its customers, a brand's image will not be impacted by a downward extension. If the new product is not astray from the brand's image, consumers will accept the product and decide to buy it. Thanks for watching my video. And if you have any questions, please let me know.